Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about the subject of, does technology make us happier? Well, it really depends on how we use it, because technology has definitely made our life as a human being much easier. At the same time, it's made it more complicated in some ways. But take just the example that we have planes. Planes let us travel from one side of the earth to the other in just a fraction of the time that people used to have to travel centuries ago. Centuries ago, going from Europe to America was a life and death experience. It would take months. Most people wouldn't even make it, or they'd get sick. But nowadays, you're just able to hop on a plane and be here in less than 12 hours. And that's just amazing. And most of the time when you're on that plane, you're just sitting, enjoying food, and also maybe getting some entertainment with the movies that are shown. Again, a feat of technology. Just me being able to blog and to vlog and to make movies and to write and to do emails and all that stuff, that's just amazing. And also the fact that we're able to use the internet and communicate with people from all over the world and even see them pretty much in a split second. It's just amazing. And then also the fact, obviously, that we have cars and all that stuff is just great, because once again, it makes the world a much smaller place. Now, of course, the problem with technology is that sometimes it makes our life too easy in some way, and then we get lazy about maybe getting out of the house, or we just have too much entertainment just in our house, in our apartment, and we're not really wanting to socialize as much as what people would do in the past. Is that a bad thing? Is that a good thing? I'm not really sure, but definitely we as a human species, we're obviously social beings, and I think it's not very natural for us to just spend all our time at home being entertained or talking just on phones and stuff like that, because the actual fact of being able to go out and to be able to do these things is just amazing. And another problem that has arisen from having so much easy technology that basically is just in the palm of our hands, is that, again, maybe it's more demanding if you really think about it. In the old times, when you had a job, an office job, when you stepped out of the office, if you didn't have a phone at your disposition, such as a cell phone all the time, well, you wouldn't be able to be contacted by your company. So once you're out basically, and they just had to leave a message once answering machines existed, or they would have to have left a message at your home phone with somebody that was currently at your house. And that's one thing, is that now it's more complicated because the demands are more demanding. They know that you can get an email pretty much anywhere, or that you can answer your phone from pretty much anywhere, any country, any place, any time. So if you have a job that requires that, then they expect you to basically be able to answer 24/7 no matter what you're doing. And then what happens is that there's no dissonance, no difference between your real life and your office life, and that becomes very complicated. But yes, definitely I do think that technology has made us have a much easier life, but then at the same time, is it going to make us have a more complicated life in the future? If you take, for example, AI, artificial intelligence, and all the robotics, For example, just take something as simple as Uber. Nowadays, people are able to do Uber with their car, drive it. In the future, or actually very close distant present, basically Uber and companies like Tesla are doing self-driving cars. So what does that mean? It means that the jobs that could have been given to you are taken away, because now you don't even need a driver. You just need the company to have a car, and it does it for you. So what that means is that basically you're going to make less money. And that goes with the fact that this can also happen with any other kind of jobs. Basically, if you just go to Amazon, they have robots putting boxes and delivering them. There's drones that are flying automatically pretty much. There's ways of getting classes through the internet. So at the place of having to hire one teacher for 20, 30 students, they can hire one teacher and basically teach thousands of people at the same time through the internet. And even further, they do have robots that could teach too. And they're intelligent or smart enough at the same time that they actually understand questions and could even help you on a basic level. And I only think that it's going to get more and more intelligent with time. And there's even robots, especially with things like 3D printing and stuff like that, where you're able to build a house or build an apartment in one day. And yeah, I'm guessing that if they're able to do something so fast, that it's going to get cheaper. But the problem now is, well, where's the job? How are you going to make money? Because there's just going to be jobs that are meant to the intellectual jobs in some way. But little by little, with time, I think that the manual labor, the better they get with all this AI, the less there's going to be. And even later on, I think there's going to be a lot of the cerebral jobs that will also disappear. So if all the robots are doing it, and we only need 10% of the actual human fleet, or even 30% of the human fleet doing this stuff, well, then who's there to get the jobs? You know, how are you going to make the money? I guess there's going to be universal income, but the universal income would be kind of low. So what's happening there, you know? So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because technology has made our life significantly easier, at the same time significantly less complicated, but it's also made things more complicated in some way. And also for the people who don't want to embrace technology, it kind of gives a sort of dissonance between the people who are wanting to learn all this stuff and also the people who don't. And then we have so much stuff available to us through media and all these things that we get saturated. We can't follow everything, and everything is instantaneous, and there's fake news, there's real news, there's all these things happening at the same time. And then on top of that, people just don't have focus. They want everything. They're used to having everything so fast, and people are not able to understand that sometimes things in life take time, take years, take an enormous amount of energy. So yeah, unfortunately there's really two schools of thought, where technology is good, but at the same time it does make it more complicated, and also the fact that you have to keep up with the technology, so you have to keep on buying new things. It's expensive, and yeah, it helps us, but it also doesn't help us sometimes. But I think we're at a point where we do need it, unfortunately, or fortunately. So have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.